Today we're going to finish the practice for the Unit 4 Identifying Functions booklet, so get your red booklets out. First we're going to review the notes we did yesterday. So a relation is represented by x and y values. The domain is the group of x's, the range is the group of y's. A relation is a function when every x has exactly one y. So we use input and output for the x's and y's, so every input has one output. We connected that to relationships. Guys can only like one girl in order for it to be a functioning relationship. You have to remember that everything is a relationship, because a relationship is just a connection between two things. So everything's a relationship, but sometimes the relationship functions is because the guy only likes one girl. So if we look at some of the practice problems, we said that number 1 was not a function because -2 liked 0 and -2 liked 1. So that's not a functioning relationship, it's just a relationship. Domain is the list of inputs, that's the guys, -2, 0, and 4. We didn't have to write -2 twice because we already have him in the list. And range is the list of the girls, 0, 3, -7, and -1. Those are the outputs, or the y values. So number 2 was a function because none of the guys' names repeat. We don't see any of these guys liking more than one girl. So these guys are ready for a functioning relationship. The domain is the list of guys, the range is the list of girls. It didn't matter that this girl popped up more than once, just because these guys both liked the same girl. That's okay, they only like one girl. So they're ready for a functioning relationship. Number 3, we said was a relationship because 0 liked 1 and 0 liked 4. So that guy likes 2 girls. The set is not ready for a functioning relationship. Number 4 is a functional relationship because none of the guys like more than one girl. 1 and -1 are different names. Now 5, we said was just a relationship because 3 liked 0 and 1. So that's this set of guys is not ready for a functioning relationship. And then the tests. So in relationships, you will be tested to make sure that only one girl is liked. So we do that with the vertical line test. We just draw vertical lines, and if it goes through the graph more than once, then it's the guy will fail the vertical line test. So this guy passes. That's a functioning relationship. But here, when we draw a vertical line, it goes through 2 points. So more than one girl is liked by this guy. So that's not a functioning relationship. It's just a relationship. We draw a vertical line through this graph. It goes to the line here and here. So that vertical line crosses at two points. So that is just a relationship. This guy passes. So that's a functioning relationship. So if a vertical line can be drawn through the graph and it only crosses every single time in one place, then that guy passes the vertical line test, and it's a functioning relationship. All right. So now let's go to the first page of practice. There are 4 pages of practice. All right. First steps. Determine the following relation. If their relations are functions, then state the domain and the range. So let's write yes or no if it's a function, and then the domain, which is the list of guys, the inputs, or the x values, the range, which is the outputs, or the y values. So we're going to check the guys to see if it's a function. And 1 likes -2, and 1 likes 3. So is that a function? No, it's just a relation. The domain, that's the x values. That's the list of guys. That's 1, -2, -1. Now I already wrote down 1, so I don't have to write that again. Range, that's the list of girls. That's your y values. -2, 0, positive 2, and 3. All right, number 2, same thing. Is this a function? Positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, because every guy only likes one girl. The domain was your list of guys. That's your x values. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The range is your list of girls. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 5, 10, and 15. Okay, number 3 has fractions in it. It's okay. Fractions are just normal numbers. Is it a function? We're going to check to see if any of the x values repeat. 17, 15 fourths, 15, 17 fourths. So none of the guys like more than one girl. So yes, that's a function. And then domain is just the x values. 17, 15 fourths, 15, and 17 fourths. The range is the list of y values. That's the girls. 15 fourths, 17, 17 fourths, and 15. And remember, the guys and the girls can have the same numbers. As this is a guy, that's a girl, they're different people. All right, number 4. We're checking to see if it's a function. So negative 3, negative 3. Okay, so negative 3 likes 2/5 and 3/5, so that's not a function. So is it a function? No. The domain is the list of guys. That's the x values. Negative 3, and then 3 seconds, and 5. And the range is the list of girls. 2/5, 3/5, negative 5, and 2/5. Oh, you don't have to write 2/5 again. Sorry, because we already have her in the list. All right. So the top 4 is checking to see if they're functions, and then just listing the domain and the range. The bottom 2 would say whether it's a relation, state the domain and the range, and determine if it's a function. So is it a relation? Yes, everything is a relationship. Don't even have to look at it. It's definitely a relationship. The domain is the x values. So that's 1, or negative 1, that's negative 2, that's positive 1, positive 2, positive 3. So we have a point at negative 2. We have a point at negative 1. We don't have anything at 0. We have a point at 1. We have 2 points at 1, but we only got to list one of them. And we have 2 points at 3. The range is the y values. So we have points at negative 2, points at 0, 1, and that's 2, and that's 3. So we got a point at 3. Now, is this the function? We can do the vertical line test. So draw a vertical line. It fails right here. It goes through 2 points. So is that a function? No. All right, 6. We want to say if it's a relation. So obviously, yes, it's a relation because everything is a relationship. The domain is your list of x values. So we have a point at negative 2. We have a point at 0. That's 1, 2, and 3. We have a point at 2 and 3. The range list of y values. Negative 2. We got a point at negative 1, positive 1, and 3. So is it a function? So if we do the vertical line test, it only goes through the points one time. So yes, that one is going to be a function. Now what we could have done differently is we could have listed each of these points. So that point is negative 2, 3, 0, 1, 1, that's 2, negative 1, and 3, negative 2, and gotten our list from that. So negative 2, 0, 2, and 3. Negative 2, 0, 2, and 3. Okay. The back side, we can check our answers to make sure they're right. Let's go on to the next page. Number 7. 7, and 8 are the same directions from the first page. So is a relationship? It's going to be yes. Everything is a relationship. The domain is your list of x values. So looking at the x-axis, we have a point at -2, 1, +1, and +2, or -1, sorry. +1 and +2. Oh, I missed 0. We have 1 and 0, so I'm going to put that at the end. I didn't see that point. The range is a list of y values. So on the y-axis, we're at 0, 2, that one I missed, 3. So if we do the vertical line test to see if this is a function, passes here, passes here, passes here, passes here, passes here. So we pass the vertical line test. So yes, this is a function. Is this a relationship? Yes, everything's a relationship. The domain is your list of x values. -2, -1, there's a point at 1, and 3. The y values, point at -4, -2, 0, and 1. So this is the function. I'm just going to test it right here because I can see these 2 points are right above each other. So that is not going to pass the vertical line test. So he fails the vertical line test. That's not a functioning relationship. All right, for this bottom set, 9 through 12, we're going to express the following relation as a mapping diagram, state the domain and range, and determine if it's a function. So we need to draw a mapping diagram. So a mapping diagram is the 2 circles. And then I'm going to put the inputs inside the circle. So that's the guys. So -2, 0, 5. And I already have -2, so I don't have to write it again. And then the outputs are the girls. So the y values are the girls. -1, 3, 4. Now I already have 3, so I don't have to write it again. So -2 goes with -1. 0 goes with 3. 5 goes with 4. And then -2 also goes with 3. So we got our domain, which is the list of guys, and range, which is the list of girls already done for us. So -2, 0, and 5. The range, the list of girls, -1, 3, and 4. Then we've got to decide if it's a function. Now, -2 likes 2 different girls, so that is not a functioning relationship. So, no. Okay, number 10. Mapping diagram. -1, 0, 2, 3. It's our list of guys, the x values. That's the input. The output is the list of girls. The y values, 5, 3, and -1. So now -1 likes 5, 0 likes 3, 2 likes 3, and 3 likes -1. The domain is just the list of guys, which we already have put together here. So -1, 0, 2, and 3. The range is just the list of the y values. That's the list of the girls. 5, 3, and -1. Now the function, we just got to look and see, does any guy like more than one girl? Each guy only has one line coming off of him. So each guy only likes one girl. So that is a functioning relationship. Yes. $11. Okay, so we got our 2 circles. List of guys is -1, 0, 1, and we already wrote down 0. List of girls with a y value, 7, -3, and 10. So we -1 likes 7, 0 likes -3, 1 likes 10, and 0 also likes 7. So the domain is the list of guys, -1, 0, and 1. Range is the list of girls, 7, -3, and 10. So is it a functioning relationship? We're just checking the guys. Did any of the guys like more than one girl? 0 likes 7, and 0 likes -3. There's 2 lines coming off of 0. So that guy's not ready for a functioning relationship. So no, that is not a functioning relationship. It's just a relationship. Mapping diagram. It's just 2 circles. We're going to do the domain, which is the list of x values in the first. 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and run out of space. -1/2. And then the list of girls are all, it's 2, 2, 2, 2. We just got to write down one time. So 1/2 likes 2, 1/4 likes 2, 1/8 likes 2, -1/2 likes 2. So the domain is a list of guys, 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and -1/2. The range list of girls is just 2. So is this a functioning relationship? Each guy only likes one girl, so yes. Now, this girl can't help a bunch of guys like her. She may like one of those guys, she may not like any of those guys. But each of these guys are ready for a functioning relationship because they only like one girl. All right. Third page. Okay, 13. We just got to decide if it's a relation and or a function. So first, is a relationship? Yes. It's real easy. Every single one on these page is going to be a relationship. Everything is a relationship because everything is connected to everything else in some way. So everything is a relationship. Now I just want to check and see if it's a function. Does it pass the vertical line test? So yes, yes, yes. There's nowhere on this graph that would cross the graph more than once. Only crosses one time, only crosses one time, only crosses one time. So it passed every single test. So is that a function? Yes, it is. That's a function and a relation. Is it a relationship? Yes, everything is. This guy passes, this guy passes, this guy passes. So that is a functioning relationship also. 15. Is this a relationship? Yes. Like everything. Pass, 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 pass. A whole bunch of tests. Passed every single one. It's a functioning relationship. 16. Everything is relationship. Pass, 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 pass. Even though the line is curvy, each vertical line only goes through the graph one time. So that is a functioning relationship. Okay, 17. Is a relationship? Yes. Pass, 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 pass. Passes every single time, so it's a functioning relationship also. All right, 18. That is a relationship. But is it a functioning relationship? Yes. 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 Passes every single time. So yes, that is a functioning relationship. Okay. Last page, same thing. So is a relationship? Yes. We can go ahead and fill out yes for the whole page because everything's a relationship. We're just really checking to see is it a function. So if we draw a vertical line, it's going to fail here and here. Well, it's going to go through the graph 2 times, here and here. So is that a functioning relationship? No, that's not. It is a relationship and passes the vertical line test. So yes, it's a functioning relationship. All right, so we got a disjointed graph here. It's still a relationship. Even though it's not a perfectly straight line, it only goes through the graph one time for each test. So yes, that is a functioning relationship. Okay, 22. Yes, it's a relationship. Now, right here, passes only goes through the graph one time. But anywhere else on the circle other than the ends, that's going to fail. So you can draw a vertical line. It goes to the graph at the top and at the bottom. So that is not a functioning relationship. More than one girl popped up. That guy's not ready for a functioning relationship. Relationship, pass, 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 pass. So it's a functioning relationship. And here, draw a vertical line. Girl pops up here and here, so that's two different girls. It is a relationship, but it's not going to be a functioning relationship. And then 25, last one, is a relationship. Yes, draw a vertical line. Three different girls popped up, so that guy's not ready for a functioning relationship. So this is not a function, but it is a relation. All right, so that's everything. So we're done with the packet. We'll do some practice tomorrow. If we still have time in class, work on your spotter review. Try to get as much done in the back as you can so you can check it and get it done early. So you can check it and see which ones are wrong and get a really good grade on Friday.